So today, as we continue into the Flutter project, we are going to show you an example of setState management with setState and the form in the Flutter. So in this video, we will learn how to build a form in the Flutter and update the UI using the setState. We will create a simple form, the text user input, and display it below the form dynamically. Now to set up the projects, you can use the Android Studio and you can create your own projects. So I'm opening my existing projects as we have been continuing. If you want to use a new project, you can open a command prompt, type flutter create and give your project name. In this way, you will be creating a fresh project. Now let's continue the setState, and for that we have to create a navigation from the main dot which we have already created these projects. So from the front page, after clicking an elevated button, it has to navigate into a form. So in that form we are going to show you the example. Now the example form will be using setState. So in order to do this, so let me explain you what is a setState. So what is a setState? Used to notify Flutter framework that something has changed in the state and the UI needs to rebuild. Now creating a form called UI and use a text field and an elevated button to show the demo where any user's input will be stored in the text editing controller. To show this example, let's go to navigate to the library UI, and you have already knew that we have already created two dot file. Additionally, we will create another dot file, and the name of the dot file you can keep it as user input. You can give it however you like, but at the extension of the file should be dot. After creating this, we have to write the codes for showing the examples of setState. So before starting writing the codes, this import of library you should never forget, and then we can start creating a stateless wizard. Okay, so this is usually will behave like a child page. If you want to create this as a child page, you can use the same way as we have created in the other dot file like about us or contact us. If you like to use the same main dot like an independent home page, that also can be done. That also can be done by changing the code from the child to the parent type. So let me copy that file and put it into this code. Now, in order to navigate to that file, we will copy elevated button conditions and create a new button. Okay, and this button will be calling a class called user input, which we have to create it this class in the user input dot, and when you click this button, it will open the user input dot page. To make it more user interactive, you can place the text as user input form, and this elevated button will navigate to user input form. Now this user input form we need to modify as a parent form, which will be having a home, and then you can add a text field. So this is the part of the class which will be using as a home, and this home will call a additional class function which is a stateless wizard, and from there you will be calling a form which is having a state missing. So from this form, inside this form you will be having a text field where you will be typing your details and storing into the text controller, and this text controller will be displayed as with this text in the display text. So you can type what is your name and it will display under the button with a text type. So to do this, we need an emulator to show the output. Let's switch on the emulator using the Pixel 8. It will take some time to load the Pixel 8 emulator. Let's wait for some time. Till it's load, we will be building our application. Now, as you can see that the Pixel 8 is switched on. So now I can map to Pixel 8 and run this code. It will take some time to build the code and load into the emulator. So give us a minute as it is building. Okay, we can see that the application is being loaded into the emulator. While it is opening, we'll wait for some time. Now the application is open. As we have designed the button user input form, click on this button and it will navigate to another window. So in here you can type your name and it will display below after clicking the button. So let me enter the free tutorial TV. The free tutorial TV has been entered into TextField and click the submit button. You can see that hello free tutorial TV. Okay, so this is the example which we have shown you how to use the setState method for storing the data in the text controller and retrieving the data from the text controller and display on the display style. With this, the tutorial is ended. We'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you. This code is available in my GitHub, and the changes in the main.dart as well as the user input.dart code is being uploaded in my GitHub. The GitHub link is shared in the description box. Kindly use the code and try to run by yourself and see that how efficiently you can build your own form. Thank you.